Hi there, it's Caitlin from Ragamuffin Pet Photography. I'm sharing with you today some tips and tricks for photographing your pets inside your home and how to improve the finished look of those photos. So the first thing I want to chat to you about is lighting. I'm inside a little lounge room at the moment. We've got the lamp on here, we've got some we've got the room lights basically. And what it means is it's quite dark in here, even though my eyes have adjusted to the light and it doesn't feel dark, the camera will read it as a lot darker compared to outside, for example. So I'll take a photo. I'm going to shoot on auto mode for all the example photos up until the end, just because I also want to show you the limitations of shooting on auto mode compared to shooting in manual mode. So on auto mode, come here, Lyra. Good girl, good fairy model. See? Good girl. No, it's not a sit, but yeah. All right, it's pretty dark, it's pretty yellow. The first thing I would do in this situation is turn off all these artificial lights and open up the blind to let in some window light. So I'll do that first, and that's immediately much better. We've got way more light coming in here. So if you have a choice of when to photograph, I suggest photographing in the middle of the day so that you can make the most of your window light coming in. Try not to photograph at night if you can, because otherwise obviously you will be having to rely on your artificial inside lighting, which just isn't going to give you the same image quality. All right, so because the couch is up against this window, photographing her on this couch is going to either mean she's backlit or side lit, either way, because I don't have a reflector or a flash or any other way to add extra light in on her face. She's either going to be really quite dark with a rim around her ears and everything where the light is hitting her, or I'm going to have to really overexpose to be able to get any detail on her beautiful shaggy little face, and then the background's going to be really hazy. So I'm going to leave it on auto just again to show you what the camera is going to read from this, but what I expect it's going to do is try to expose for the background, which is a lot brighter than Lyra down here. And then we're not going to get much detail on her face at all. So stay there, puppy. It's not great. So what I would do in this situation is move either myself or the furniture or the dog, move something around so that I can have the pet that I'm photographing facing the window light. That's always going to be an easier and more flattering 9 times out of 10 light to photograph if you have even window light from the dog facing the source of light. So what I'm gonna do is pivot you guys because I have this armchair here, which is going to be perfect, really. So I'll bring Lyra up here. I'm gonna take 2 more photos. We'll take one on auto, so again, you can see how the camera reacts to this situation. And then I'm gonna switch to manual so I can take full control and take the photo I actually want to take. Oh, good girl. All right. Just take a quick one on auto. Yeah, as I expected, it's a little bit blurry. The reason is in auto mode, with my ISO on auto as well, the camera is picked to shoot at an 80th of a second and keep the ISO at 100. Most cameras will be able to go higher than ISO 400, ISO 800. I'm going to push this to ISO 1600, which means I can bring my shutter speed up, so there's not going to be camera shake. Also, you can see that the camera's chosen to shoot at f4. I'm going to drop that aperture down because this lens shoots at f2.8. It's a 24 to 70mm 2.8. I love shooting at 2.8 with pets. I love that background blur. So yeah, I'm going to push down the aperture. I'm going to pose Lyra how I would like her to pose for this final photo. I didn't want her to have to pose perfectly for all these practice shots because she'll get bored. But I think what we're going to do is see if we can get her little feet up and maybe her resting her chin over here, because again that beautiful window light is shining directly on her face. So I'm going to get some lovely little catch lights. There she is, and Model's getting bored. I'd like some lovely little catch lights and her little paws up here. So come on, last one, good, just go. Come here. Yes. See, good girl, and drop. Oh, good girl. And I'm down at her eye level now. And that's it. So that's my little tips for photographing your pets at home. Stick away from your artificial lights, your lamps, your room lights, head to your windows, open them up, and make sure your pet is facing the window. And if you can, start experimenting with manual mode. Hope you found that helpful. Feel free to join us in the Camera Club. It's a free Facebook community, so you can just search Ragamuffin Camera Club and find us there if you want to participate in the challenges. All right, bye for now.